And surprise, the green is done. We're gonna move into the purplish, lilac-y, pinkish colors. They're called a pink lily of the valley, but they do have sort of purplish hue to it. And I'm gonna take a little bit of artistic liberty with how the color scheming is going to go. I feel like the shape already tells you it's definitely lily of the valley. But I'm going to kind of see if I can make the colors work a little bit differently. It's not a solid, it has a little bit of speckles. I feel like I need a bigger brush. Maybe this one's not working. Bulbasaur's not doing his job holding my camera steady today. Get a little bit of a bluer shade in there. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Look, I can feel springtime already. Ugh, this brand of paper, kind of. Not my favorite type of paper. This is just an 8.5 that I got from Scrawlrbox. It doesn't have a brand, and I don't know, if you tend to be over heavy, overworking the paper, it can rough up the texture of the paper on you. But the good news is, for me at least, in this image, a little bit of a roughed up texture actually works well for the way the colors work on these plants. So a little spotting from the texture can work in my favor, even though I'm not utterly completely thrilled with it. Get my shading in there. It's looking pretty good. See if I can zoom it in for you a little. See what I mean by the texture of the paper, how it roughs up a little. Trying to get the colors to blend in, and it helps to have the paper be a little wetter, but the more water you add to the paper, the more it kind of rips up the surface of the paper, so you get this sort of scratchy effect here, which, you know, like I said, in this case it works okay, but not my favorite. All right, I have to peek at my source material. What does it look like up here? Get a little color in around where the stem attaches. And this one's a little bit whiter. Trying to follow the angle of the curve, where you get a little bit of a curly in there. And so the color here, the pinker color, is the color of the flower, and then I'm using this lavender shade to come in and put the blue tones in for the lighting from the original image. That I'm copying from. So I get it a little bit wet. So when I bring in that lavender, see how it's less liney, right? Since it's already wet and I'm adding it too wet, it's not going to have the streaks that the pink does, and that works just fine because the flower itself has pink stripes and spots and stuff, and the lavender is just meant to be like the way the shadows and the lights change in there. So that's working pretty good. This was a great photo because it's good practice with how the different angles of the flowers hang and affect the shape of these beautiful little bells that hang down. And you get the little curly. So it was a good challenge piece for me for practicing, to make sure that I'm remembering the angles, how to copy what I'm seeing, how to draw what I see, instead of like, you know, looking at the negative space to find the shape of things. Sometimes you gotta trick your brain because your brain is trying to tell you, hey, that's not what's there. You don't see a triangle, but putting the triangle right here shows how the petal of the flower is curling up. And if I put the shading behind it, then it emphasizes the brighter whiteness of the inside of the flower. That little curly edge are very white in these flowers. I'm going to zoom out again so you can start to see how the whole picture is coming together. And then I might go in and add a little bit of green in some spots to help with the shading and the shadow of how you have the flowers above each other, and the white of the flower reflecting the green light off of the foliage that's around it. If you're looking for a good movie about art, it's not the whole thing, but a lot of it is the movie The Girl with a Pearl Earring from several years ago with Scarlett Johansson and Colin Firth. They talk about how an artist views light and color and the inspiration. Like looking at a cloud, you're not just seeing white in a cloud. There's so many other colors, and how it reflects light around it. So see, I can add color under here. It's going to make the pop better in the plant, on the little flower right there, by putting color behind it. This one's hanging a little farther back, so the color is appearing a little bit darker, and the plant itself is a little, the way the photo is that I'm going from, this flower is a little bit blurry compared to the closer to you flowers. So I'm going to try to play with that a little bit in the image. We'll see how it goes. And then this one, you get a nice little peek inside. And so I want to try to make sure that the color scheme shows up okay. So you get the feel, the suggestion of it being a little darker inside the flower. You get a lot of the white outside, and then this flower has a nice reflection of the chartreuse on the outside here. So I want to pull that into it. So maybe if I paint the chartreuse first, when I go to paint inside the flower, I can use the dirty water and pull a little bit of the chartreuse in without cleaning in between there, so that I don't make the purple there muddy. I just want to hint at the reflection of the light. And then this spot is dark. So I want to get a little bit more color in there, but I want it softer color. And it has a different body texture to it. Get a little bit of the lavender here. And I think I'm gonna take a risk, put a little bit of the darker green on there because it kind of looks like that. And I think when I blend it, if I can keep it like speckled, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Don't you love it when it works the way you wanted it to? One of the nice things I like about working with watercolors, whether it's using marker or I really do like watercolor crayons too. But there's something nice about when the color does what you want it to do. It's like a little aha moment. It gets very exciting. Like, look at that little, look at that green in there. That looks amazing. I love that. Look at all the different colors in just this tiny little plant right here. The little inside of this flower. All those little colors are showing up. I see them in the picture. I want to get a little bit more of this green out here, and it's a little bit out here as well. But just play with it. You know, if you're looking at your art and you're thinking it looks boring, it looks flat, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, chances are you're not using enough color. You know? Think of it sometimes like, you ever watch people doing makeup videos? It's kind of the same thing. You know, you just keeping it one shade and one tone doesn't always make for a nice face, right? It doesn't make always a nice picture. But when you add a little bit of something, add the unexpected, add the extra color. Don't just do one or two shades, but like add more. I don't know. Sometimes art is like drag. The more you add, the better it gets. Go for it. Throw the sparkles in it. It's your art. There's no wrong way to make it. The only wrong way to make art is to not make art. To overanalyze it. You're supposed to be having fun. I hope you're having fun here. That's what's supposed to happen. You know, a little bit of Bob Ross energy. We're relaxing, hanging out together. But have some fun here too, you know? Make the art with me. Do your art. Find a plant and paint another plant while you're doing this with me. Or color something else. Use your coloring book. Knit a scarf. It's winter. Make some gloves to give to a neighbor. But do something. Don't just sit and watch the video. How boring is that, to just sit and watch a YouTube video? Get involved. Do something. It's good for your brain. And it's more fun that way. My gosh. Make some art. Nobody's asking you to share it. Nobody's asking you to be judged what you're making. We just want you to have a good time. Come hang out with us. Look at that. Those colors are coming out pretty cute. I like it. I'm going to zoom out, get the whole picture. So cute. All we got left, we got our little fairy guy. He gets a teal body today. having his little morning cup of tea while sitting on the lily of the valley. Maybe he's watching the squirrels run around, scavenge their breakfast. Look at that. Love it. Yellow wings. We need some sunshiny energy, and his face got it. Oh, so cute. I love my little stick figure Faye. They're so much fun. Look how cute this guy is. Ah, this came out adorable. What do you think? You feel inspired? Gonna go out and make some art? Thanks for joining me on this chilly Sunday evening as I dream about springtime and all the beautiful flowers that are on their way. Now go out there and take your leap into art, and I'll see you next week. Bye.